I think that I connected well with my family just because, I don't know, both me and my family were kind of timid towards each other at first, but I think I really fit in well with them just because I am the big sister back home, and so with my two younger sisters here, I was able to play the same role that I do back home, so it was easy fitting in with them, and I was able to take care of them. And my parents, I know my host parents really appreciated that when they were working and then they weren't able to be at home right after school. They kind of put me in charge just because I was older, which was weird because I'm the outsider in the family. But it was still nice, it felt normal. And I really enjoyed being able to be at school and just being able to be with all my friends that I made on this program. Because going on an exchange program, you really do become one with everyone you go with or everyone that you're around. And we had a lot of bonding experiences together just because we were forced into this, well not forced, but put into this completely foreign environment. And we had each other to support and to lean on. And if we ever needed just an escape, we could always go to each other. And so it was nice creating those bonds with everyone else in the program. It was really good. And मुझे बड़ा बहुत पसंद है.
Things I've really loved about India is the overpouring amount of warmth and friendliness. When we visit family, they know what foods I like. I don't know how they know, but they just greet you with these big hugs and kisses. They always make an effort to include you, even though you don't know enough Hindi to converse with them. Everyone has been very nice.
My experience in India has been a mixture of things that I expected to do and things that I didn't expect to do, or more than just how I experienced it was different than I expected. So I did things like I rode a camel, I saw the Taj Mahal, I learned a lot of Hindi, but it all happens more slowly. The big things happen more slowly than you expect, but the little things that you learn every day at home, like cooking with your host mom or learning some Punjabi dance moves from your host dad, those things are all what make the experience really fulfilling. And it's not just about the big things, is what I found out. It's about the small things in Indian culture that really make it so fulfilling. And the spiritual experiences, like on Krishna's birthday, we made a shrine in our driveway to Krishna, and then that night all of the village ladies, because I lived in a village with my host family, all of the village ladies came and danced and sang in front of the shrine, and I got to sit and watch them sing local songs. And so it's the things that happen on a smaller scale and not necessarily the things that you expected to see that make the experience.
My experience in India was a very fun one. One thing that you guys should know is bargaining is really fun. There's this market down the street from here, about a hour drive. It's called Janpat. You can bargain with them and you can say whatever you want to say. You can say, how is that purse over there? And they will follow you for about a quarter mile asking you about this thing. That can be like 1,200 rupees, and it is the most satisfying thing ever to have something offered to you for 1,200 rupees and getting it down to maybe 100. I have a purse that I am never going to use that I got for 100 rupees, which is apparently a designer fake brand. It was amazing. You will have a lot of fun in India bargaining with people. Just say nahi chahiye, I don't want it, and they will offer it again and again and again, and it is the best experience ever.
My experience in India was definitely like being in another world. The culture here is so different from American culture, and it was really great just experiencing everything in a different light. The food is different, the people are different, the family structure is different. In my time here, I've definitely noticed that the average Indian student is really dependent on their parents, which is very different from where I'm from. I'm a very independent person, but I kind of liked it because I got to spend a lot of time with my parents, and you kind of have a closer relationship that way, and it's something that I really appreciate and hope to take back to America.
My experience in India has been really good. I've done a lot with my family. I mean, like we go to the market, we went to Delhi Hut, we went out to eat some Indian food. I have a mango every day. The mangoes are really good. My family's been giving me a lot of freedom, so I go out a lot and I take the rickshaws a lot, so it's been cool. I'll be used to it now.
Yeah, it's definitely been, I think, like the best 6 weeks of my life. My family is amazing. I love them so much, and we've gone to Delhi a lot, to like Delhi Hut and Janpat. So yeah, they took me Indian shopping. I learned how to bargain. Tried a lot of new Indian food, and it's just been a really good experience.
Oh, you have to be here to experience it.
When I first came to India, I was expecting to have every day filled with exciting adventures of going to street markets and going exploring by myself or with my host family. But shortly after arriving, I realized that it wasn't their main focus to entertain me, and that was my job. And so after a while of adjusting, it became great, and I ended up spending a lot of time with my host family and bonding with them. I became very close with my grandparents. I could go into the kitchen and cook with my grandma, and those were the memories that I will keep with me and some of my most favorite moments of India. So remember the little things, and you don't always have to be going out and having adventures to have a great time in India.
मुझे भी भारत बहुत पसंद है। मेरा नाम ये है, मेरा नाम सीधे है। India is really different. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are different from the US, but in a good way. It's really fun. Everyone treats each other like family. Well, and like within this society, then everyone's really close and loving, and then they all, like when you meet people, they're all like, "You're my daughter," and they really mean it. Yeah, it was awesome. Everyone just immediately takes you into their family. Yeah, except for they're not as nice on the metro, because when we were changing lines on the metro yesterday, it was like a herd of elephants riding down a hill trying to get off of the metro. But if you're with like someone who's tall, then you can just stay right behind them and they'll plow through the crowd and you can just stay in the trail of being. Yeah, and Indian food is good.
It's so good. And okay, I eat so much. My mom wanted me to gain weight to prove to my family that I was happy. So, and that's definitely happened.
I think my most memorable experience in India would have to be the first time I took an auto with my host brother. He showed me how to negotiate and how to get to where we were going. We were on our way to go see a Bollywood movie, and that was really fun. Both of those things together made for like a really cool day.
मेरा नाम Giselle है, Paige Giselle. I just wanted to say that India has been such a great experience. Yeah, I had my ups and downs, but overall, I wouldn't change a thing. I love my host family. They're the best. They know my tics. They know what I like, what I dislike. And I grew to love them so much that I'm going to come visit them for sure when I come back. Don't know when, don't know how, but I am for sure. Thanks, India, for making me grow up.
I think one of my favorite things that I learned while studying Hindi in India was the fact that Indians use the construction mujhe, meaning to me, often when talking about experiences. For example, the first time I had to learn about this was in the expression mujhe object pasand hai. Literally, this means the object is pleasing to me. The grammatical subject of the sentence, therefore, isn't yourself, but rather the object you're talking about. There's no way in which Hindi you can say, I like this. Rather, you're saying, this is pleasing to me.
My experience is Indian food. There are lots of types of Indian food, and Punjabi food is pretty good, but it's very different from American food, and you'll probably get stomach problems, so you should bring Tums.
Experiences were in the beginning of my stay, just like spending time with my family, like all cuddled up together and like watching movies or playing games. And then probably my best like cultural experiences come from like going to mandirs and like asking my mom about like religious stories, and like yesterday she wrapped a sari on me and took 4 zillion pictures, and it was really fun. And I learned to cook sort of. I tried to make roti on the open flame.